And our final speaker for this evening is Darcel D. Davinger, as she likes to be called. She's giving an educational series, which is actually officially from Toastmasters International. It's number 6, is that? Okay, it's number 6, meeting roles and responsibilities. When you take a role. Toastmasters who take on specific meeting roles to start the meeting, keep it running, maintain momentum, and conclude on time are fundamental to a meeting success. I should probably write this before tonight. All of the participants, regardless of their role, must work together. Regardless of their roles, must work together to present an entertaining and dynamic meetings. Darcel.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. This meeting is for all of us, including me. As a member of Toastmasters International, we all come in this room and we say, I want to be a better speaker. But not only learning to be a better speaker, there are roles that this organization adhere to while we are learning to write speeches, to present speeches, and to be evaluated on our speeches. So there's roles that our organization has. This is a way to keep us motivated, energized, and interested in coming to our meeting every week. In the Successful Club series, in our club, in Toastmasters International, we have roles and we have officers. The new people and the people who will be joining us soon. The roles of our club are a president, a vice president of membership, a vice president of education. We have a sergeant of arms. We have a secretary. And we also have a treasurer. We have dues. And currently, because of the new educational program that Toastmasters International has rolled out, I have taken it upon myself to copy the Toastmasters recognition track, which entails the communication track for the traditional members and the leadership track for the traditional members who are still working out of the manuals. Our new members are currently working online, but you can still obtain the information that you like online. Secondly, we have the Northeast Philly Toastmasters Club's sheet that we read from every week. We read the Toastmasters International mission, the district mission, and the club mission is what we use. If anyone is interested in getting one to keep for yourself, because we use it and then we give it back. So I made copies for those new members that would like to have it in your folder so that you can refer to it at another time. Everybody says, I want to be a great speaker. And then you join and you tell everybody, I'm a Toastmaster. Or I joined Toastmasters, Northeast Philly Toastmasters Club. And then your friend says, well, what is Toastmasters? So what do you tell them? Oh, I'm learning how to speak. But do you know the history of Toastmasters International? Do you know the founder? These are the things goes along with being a Toastmaster. We have a new journey of possibilities and achievement. I have the officers list, and I am going to ask for volunteers. Who would like to be the president within the next 2 years of this club? Raise your hand.
What was the question?
Who would like to be the president president of Northeast Village Toastmasters Club within the next 2 years?
Oh, 2 years.
Well, anytime. Sue, would you come up here and read the president's responsibilities? Thank you. You raised your hand.
So did yours.
Clara did too. I
Clara?
think she was before me. I saw that big smile.
Claire,
Definitely
Claire,
hand raised.
Now we
Claire.
have to be mindful of our time.
Okay,
The president's responsibilities are, so what I'd like for you to do, specifically, the only one that's not double-sided. Everything else is double-sided. Okay, Clara's gonna read for us what the president's responsibility is. We have a small amount of time, so just read the first 5 responsibilities. And then I'd like for somebody to volunteer for a membership.
Toastmasters, honored guest, president responsibility.
Who would be, please, would you come up and stand next to her? Now,
Leads the club and promotes excellence. Presides over club meetings.
what office would you like to have?
Chairs
within the next
executive
2 years?
committee and products club business. Understands distinguished club plan. Understands the many other programs Toastmasters International offers. Attend district training sessions. Prepare and submit semi-annual reports.
That is your next job. So would you like to have a seat and look at that? And you're going to be following our president so that in the next 2 years or the next 6 months, you might consider nominating yourself to become the president.
All right.
For our secretary, who I am at the current time, I am the secretary of Northeast Philly Toastmasters Club. My responsibility is to make sure that all the records are kept. Currently, I have the charter, I have the constitution, I have the bylaws, and I also have the letter that states that we're a nonprofit organization, 501(c). So there is a lot of information that needs to be kept on file, and I have compiled it. And I'd like to know who would be the next secretary that would like to shadow me within the next 6 months. So then when nomination and elections come up, you will have a great idea, a solid idea of what your responsibilities are. And if no one does, I'll do it eternally. The next office is the treasurer, who would be considering themselves as a money person, and that you are detailed, and that you would like to make sure that our funds are allocated properly, and that we have enough money to do whatever we need for our membership. Is anyone interested in that position? And even if you're not, think about it. And because of lack of time, the other officers that are part of Northeast Philly's Toastmasters Club and Toastmasters International is the Vice President of Education, who is responsible for getting our agenda, getting our roles filled. And the roles that we have are the Toastmaster, who starts the meeting after the Sergeant of Arms introduces him or her. And then we have our President, who welcomes everyone and opens the meeting officially. We have our Vice President of Education, who is responsible for setting up meetings with individuals who join who need mentors, and also because of the new program that is in effect to help the new members get on base camp. Toastmasters International's Pathways Learning Experience. There's a difference. Most of us are still in the manuals and we're considered traditional. Our new members will be using the computer, which is considered base camp. I am going to give this young lady the opportunity to read the role that she will be interested in when it's time for our next election.
Okay, I will go with 6, which is the treasurer, which prepares the annual club's budget, provides bank with new signature cards, notifies each club member in writing of when dues is payable, collects payable duties and fees, issues checks TMI for dues, pay all bills promptly, keep full and accurate records.
That
of-
is your position. Please follow our treasurer. Is that the treasurer's position that you may be interested in?
Yes.
First, you have to join.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You may take your seat. Lee? What is
Kenny?
your name again? I'm so
Kenny.
sorry.
Kenny.
Kenny, what position would you be interested in the next 6 months?
I'd like to be a VP membership.
Would you read the duties and responsibilities of just a few of them?
That's due the club membership, increase our membership satisfactions, prepare the seminal membership reports, care the membership.
Very good. You may be seated.
Good job.
Fellow Toastmasters, every year we talk up Toastmasters, but we shouldn't just talk it up at a certain time. We should talk it up wherever we go. So I would challenge you to please have a 2-minute elevator speech. And when someone asks you, what is Toastmasters? You can say, Toastmasters is an international organization which teaches individuals how to speak. Not only does the club teach you to speak, you also learn leadership skills. You learn how to be a team player. You learn how to deal with conflict. You learn how to agree to disagree. Because we're all going in the same direction, but on different paths. Now that we have Pathways Learning Experience and Basecamp, some of us are already online, and everyone else don't even know the traditional way. So that is an advantage in itself. I am here to mentor, to teach, to assist, and help anyone who is interested in my expertise. I am excited about Toastmasters International. I love what I do. I love that I found my voice. And each role that you take, you will be able to gain more confidence, know that your body's moving in the right direction, and that you use your voice to gain everybody's attention. I got your attention. I moved. I had participation. I acknowledged everyone. And I've also given examples of what the rules were. And now I am summarizing. Toastmasters International is an organization where individuals like ourselves want to be better speakers, to gain more respect, and get a higher paycheck if you're working for corporate America. Toastmaster?
All right.